Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know that it is about time to make this video. I have kind of dreaded making it, I've kind of procrastinated making it just because it's quite like a big topic and it's gonna be a big video. It's not just like anything. But at the same time, I just know that I need to bring this video out there because so many of you have been part of like this process. I've put out a blog post about like 1 month ago talking about why I don't particularly enjoy uni, and I've gotten so much amazing feedback from you guys, so I just feel like it's about time that I tell you what's going on with my life, what I'm gonna do, and yeah, why I dropped out of uni. But I'm also very excited to kind of share my experience with you because I've been on YouTube and on Instagram for some time already, and you've like seen me grow, travel, you know, you've followed my life, and so I think having this connection and you being part of my journey is so valuable and interesting. So first of all, before I get started, I really want to clarify one thing, which is that I don't think that university is bad or that I believe it's unnecessary. I think studying is something beautiful. It's an amazing privilege that so many people don't have. Getting a degree can be extremely valuable. I deeply believe that university is an amazing place. I just want to bring that out there and make clear that I'm not like, oh, I hate uni, because that's not what I want to say in this video, and that's not what I believe at all. First of all, I just want to give you a little bit of background information for those who haven't followed me that long or who are uncertain of what I'm doing, where I studied, etc. So I graduated from an international school where I did an IB. I was always pretty good in school. Like, I really enjoyed school. I got good grades. I got 42 points in the IB, which translates to a 1,0 Abitur. So I was always very hardworking. It's not like I'm lazy and I don't like school or education. After school, I wasn't sure of what I wanted to study, so I did a gap year. I started traveling. I started with my blog, kind of got into the whole blogging thing, which I love. And at some point, I decided I wanted to start uni. I moved to Cape Town, which was actually not because of the university, which was just simply because I really love Cape Town. So I applied and got accepted for a Bachelor of Arts degree. And a Bachelor of Arts is basically like a pretty general degree. It's very similar to school. So you pick several subjects and you can change those subjects. So you get like, I thought it would be good because I would get insight into many subjects. And the subjects I took at UCT were economics, math, film and media, and English. However, after starting that degree, I realized very quickly that it wasn't the right thing for me. I didn't enjoy it at all. I feel that when you study something at university, it should kind of be out of one of the two reasons. Either you really enjoy it, like you love what you're studying and you can see yourself doing something like that in the future, or you know a job you want to do later on in life and you're going to do that degree so you can get that job. For example, if you really want to become a doctor, you're obviously going to have times like where you're studying medicine and you're not going to enjoy it, but you know like you want to become a doctor, so that's going to get you through. Or you know, sometimes you're going to study something where you don't really know where you want to end up later in life, but you really love your degree, like you love what you're learning, you get excited about it. And I feel like one of those two things should be the case. I personally realized quite quickly after studying at UCT that what I was doing didn't fulfill me in any way. I really did not enjoy it. And I think it's kind of hard to put it into like a reason why you didn't enjoy it, because you know, some things just don't feel right. I'll try to explain it to you because I, you know, want to justify myself a little bit, which, you know, of course I don't have to, but I kind of want to do it. First of all, I did not at all feel like that what I was doing at UCT would help me later on in life, just simply because I thought, you know, the BA degree would be great because I could do many different things and try different things, because due to the fact that you know, always change the courses you take every year, you don't really go into too much depth except for in your majors. So you do like all these little things and you basically just study for the exam and then you stop taking that course, so you don't really go into much depth. You just do like a little bit of everything instead of like focusing on one thing, you know, which might be great for some people, but for me I realized, oh, you know, then I'll just take this one course because I have to take a course, not because I'm interested in it, and I'll literally just study for the exam and then I'll forget all about it, which feels like a little bit of waste of time for me. Also, I felt like the subjects I was doing really wouldn't help me later on in life. Like, for example, math, you know, of course math is important, it's a way of thinking. I really didn't mind math, but I just feel like, you know, most of what we did actually in that course I already did in the IB. Economics, I think economics is a great course. I feel like economics is like a lot of theory compared to like business studies, whatever. It's very theoretical, and I just wanted to get more, I would have loved to do something that was like more like real life, if you know what I mean. And then I did English and film and media. I loved English. English was actually my favorite course, but you know, then again, you know, I can also read books in my free time. I don't really need to go to university for that. and I didn't feel like I would get that much of the English course. Film and media as well, I was hoping that, you know, it would be way more like real life applied, whereas it was just theories, like bluntly learning theories, like nothing, very little real life application, very little stuff where I would say, wow, this is gonna help me later on, this is gonna help me get my dream job, this is gonna help me grow as a person, make me more attractive to companies to work for. I did not have that feeling. Number one, I didn't feel like it would help me later on in life particularly. I mean, like a lot of people argue that, you know, at university you learn a certain way of thinking, a certain way of dealing with problems, a certain way of writing, which is 100% true. However, I feel like the course I was doing only like would have taught me very little for later on in life, whereas there are probably other courses that I could have been taking that would have helped me more. So that's number one. And number two was I generally didn't enjoy it. I'm usually someone, I like studying, I like learning new things and, you know, challenging myself. But I really felt like I was just squeezing everything into my brain, just doing it for the good degree. And I think that's one of the main things that I asked myself, like, Janine, why are you doing this? And when I asked myself these questions, I came to realize very, very quickly that the only reason I went to university was to get a degree. It wasn't because I enjoyed what I did or because it would help me later on. It was just for the degree. Couldn't I be spending my time better? Maybe studying something else, doing something else. And so I came to the conclusion that, you know, if I continue doing this for the next 3 years, I'm going to be unhappy. It's going to waste my parents' money who are paying for my education, and it's also a waste of my time because I could be doing things that will be more helpful for me and that I will enjoy more. UCT is quite expensive for international students as well, and I honestly did not want my parents to have to pay for 3 years of my education, which are not gonna, you know, help me move forward and which I genuinely dislike. It was a very, very hard decision for me, also because I started quite late, so now I'm 21 and I started something and now I kind of stopped doing it, but I just feel like it would be worse if I would continue for another year and then maybe stop after 2 years, because I could really not see myself doing this degree for 3 years. I think oftentimes the biggest indication or what's really going to tell you the most is how you feel about something, like inside of you, because you do have an intuition, you do have kind of like a feeling of, you know, what's right, what's wrong. So I decided to quit UCT. What my plans now are is I've recently started doing an online course at Central St. Martin's, which is an amazing fashion university in London. So I'm gonna do this online course. It's like an 8-week online program about fashion marketing. I want to perhaps try and figure out if there's something alternative that I would prefer to study, something more like applicable to what I really wanted to do, because also by going through UCT I've realized I'm already quite far, you know, with my blog and my YouTube, and kind of having that as like a sort of business. I've realized that in which direction I want to go. I kind of want to be self-employed, I kind of want to do my own thing, have my own brand, that kind of feel, and that got me started thinking about what could I study to support that. So that's why I'm doing this fashion marketing online course, to kind of like try something else and see if, you know, if I would go and study something else, if that would excite me more and if that would be more useful to me. I don't want to jump into something new straight away. Doing this whole UCT thing was very much like, I didn't really think about it much. I didn't really, you know, think about the consequences. Didn't spend a lot of time like researching the course. It was very much like, oh, I want to go to Cape Town, I want to go to Cape Town. It was basically just because of Cape Town, not because of the university. I don't want to make the same mistake again, just be like, oh, I quit uni now, I'm going to do something else. I want to inform myself, and I think I'm going to do that through doing like some online courses, maybe like short courses, just to kind of get a feel for if there's something else out there that could help me more and that could interest me more and that could get me more excited. Also, something that really, really killed me inside the whole time that I was going to UCT, forcing myself to go and really not enjoying what I was doing, was that it felt like I was going through something that I had been preaching against like the whole time. And the fact that I myself now was doing something that I did not enjoy just in order to get a degree, a piece of paper, just felt so hypocritical. I felt like I was lying to myself and to everyone else out there, because I didn't feel like myself anymore, because I was just really going into that like, you do it because you have to, not because you want to, because it excites you. You do it because you have to. And I think the best way to describe it felt like I had to, you know, put a bucket over my head, just kind of ignored everything I had learned before, I had realized for myself before. I had to put on this bucket in order to kind of like continue and keep going. And I feel like I could have, you know, left this bucket on, you know, just forget about everything I learned, everything that I believe in, and just continue doing this degree, close my eyes, just push through. But that would have been a waste of 3 years of my life. I also generally really didn't feel like myself, you know, because when you do something every day that doesn't give you anything, that doesn't excite you, that you don't feel like you properly learn from, it kind of like drains you because you're just like forcing yourself, like your physical existence, to be there in the classroom, forcing yourself to do all these things because you think you have to, because society tells you you have to, and all that kind of drains you. I felt like I wasn't Janine anymore. When I was around people, I was like really miserable just because I wasn't happy with what I was doing. It just didn't feel right. And usually I'm like excited. I get excited about things. I make plans. I want to do something. I'm going to do it the next day and I want to do it now and I don't want to wait for it. I'm like, I love this. This is me, and not someone who just, I want to sleep. The lecture tomorrow, I hate it. I have to do this assignment. Like, that's not me. And I wanted to be myself, and I just did not feel like myself when I was doing that degree. I think also generally what people forget is this kind of like saying that, you know, if you close one door, another one opens. And I just felt that if I would continue doing this degree, I would kind of lose track of, you know, other open doors, other ways where I might want to head in. What if I now discover like a different career path, a different degree that I can do that I love, that I get excited in, that I'm going to excel in, that I'm going to get an amazing job in, and that I wouldn't have discovered if I would have continued the degree I didn't enjoy at UCT. What now? What am I going to do now that I quit uni? What are my plans for the next months? For the next months, I'm going to, you know, dedicate all my time and work into YouTube, my blog, Instagram, just because I really love doing that. Just like gives me, I enjoy it so much. And then I'm gonna perhaps consider if I want to start university somewhere else or study something else. I really don't want to force myself into that too quickly because I don't want to make the same mistake again. I am just going to go day by day, month by month, see what feels right, what excites me, what is gonna, you know, teach me something. I generally believe that there is not one set path in life. Even though, you know, society oftentimes tells you that it's going to be, oh, you go to school and you go to uni and you're going to start working, you're going to have children, blah, blah, blah. There is not. Everyone is different and everyone has a different story. So we follow our own paths, and I don't think we have to feel bad if we kind of go on a discourse or end up taking the wrong door, because that's all part of our journey, and in the end, we're going to look back and realize that, you know, we had to do these things to become who we are right now. I've also come to realize that one of the most important things in life is that you generally love what you're doing. I know this is such a generic message and people say it all the time, but it's so true, because if you don't like what you're doing, you're not going to be good at it. My fellow vegan YouTuber, Cornelia, which I love so much, I love her channel, she made a video about that, saying you're not going to be good at something you don't enjoy. Like, she gave the example of someone studying medicine, and you know, if you just study medicine to become a doctor because you think it's going to get you money, you're going to compete against people who love medicine, who love studying that, who are so interested in that. And those people who love it and who are interested in it are going to do so much better than you, because you're just doing it for the job, for the money. So they're obviously going to be better than you because they enjoy it, because they love it. And that's why you shouldn't do something to be secure or for it to be socially acceptable. You should always do something because it feels right and because you generally love it. In the end, you know, you're going to study something that's going to get you a job, and you're going to have to do that job for many, many years, like 30, 40, 50 years, who knows. And you want that to be something that you're enthusiastic about, something that you enjoy, and something that you're going to be happy to wake up to in the morning. Yeah, that's it, guys. This is why I decided to quit uni, why I am no longer going to be studying at UCT. I hope I was able to kind of like bring across my feelings about this all on this video. I'd be really, really curious to hear your opinion. You know, if you're studying something that you love, let me know in the comments. If you've had the same experience as me, let me know in the comments. It's just so interesting to have that exchange, to listen to other people's experiences, because you can learn from other people's experiences so much. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I love you all. And you know, I generally don't know what's going to happen with my life, and that kind of really scares me. But at the same time, it also makes me excited, because I don't know what I'm going to do in 1 year or in 2 years. Let's see where this all goes. Bye bye, and thank you for watching.